Previously on solo farming in the tower, our hero faced unimaginable horrors as the system pushed him to the limit, but he outsmarted the enemy at every turn. The clock is ticking, his resources are dwindling, and the final showdown looms. And Suju installing is working. Crimson Giant Bear Mom's expression is now intrigued, not hungry. She takes a step back, her paws relaxing. Sujuin's hoping to keep her occupied until he can come up with a plan. He looks at her cub, still trapped in its cage, and decides to take a risk. He takes a step forward, his eyes locked on the cub.
Drop the cage.
Crimson Giant Bear Mom hesitates, clearly weighing her options. Sujuin's heart is racing. This is his chance to show her he's not a meal, but a potential ally. He looks at the cage, willing it to open. Brian. Suju installing is working. Crimson Giant Bear Mom's expression is now intrigued. She takes a step back, her paws relaxing. Her goal is to keep herself occupied until he can come up with a plan. Obstacle. Sujuin needs to keep her engaged without giving away his true intentions. Action. He takes a step forward, his eyes locked on the cub. Consequence. The cub looks up at him, its big round eyes gazing trustingly into his. Sujuin's farm is exploding, tomatoes are everywhere. He's running low on storage. Sujuin wants to grow more, but his storage is empty. Action, he starts to figure out a solution. Maybe there's a way to expand his. Consequence, he checks his resources and finds a way.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Now, he just needs to act on it before his harvest is ruined. Sujuin's got a hungry Crimson Giant Bear's cub on his hands. He's been searching for its mom for 3 days. Sujuin needs to clear the tower's area without getting himself killed by the wandering cat, Theo, who's now on the 7th floor. He's got to report to the tower manager, Rex, who's probably getting anxious about the situation. Sujuin's hands are already sweating. This could lead to a major problem.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
This new skill might be his ticket out of this chaos. What new abilities will it bring? Sejun heads out to find Theo, his honor as Zirith from the Merchant Inspection Bureau on the line. He wants to clear the tower of any threats, especially since Theo's on the 7th floor.
The key action or twist of this chapter is that the solo farmer leaps onto the Crimson Giant Bear's paw in a daring bid to reach the tower's hidden floor, sparking a heart-pounding adventure. The emotional stakes are that our solo farmer gains a vital ally in the mysterious tower manager, but loses crucial control as secrets begin to unravel their fragile trust, leaving their bond hanging in the balance. The cliffhanger is that the tower's security systems are now actively hunting the solo farmer, and with the Merchant Inspection Bureau closing in, a desperate showdown is brewing. Will they escape the tower's deadly grasp?
Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now. Sujuin's deal with the Crimson Giant Bear Mom is about to take off. Kwang is waiting for him at the cave entrance. What does he want? Food. Sujuin hasn't eaten for 3 days. Kwang hands him some energy-packed food. Sujuin eats on the go as he heads out on patrol with the rabbits. His main goal is to clear the area around the cave. The first obstacle is the small stones and dry ground. Sujuin and the rabbits start to clear the area. Sujuin's action is a result of his goal and the obstacle in his way. As they work, Sujuin realizes that it's going to be tough to grow crops in this soil. Sujuin is relying on the kindness of strangers to pay for his crops. What is the cost? He's putting his trust in the tower's auction system. What happens next? Stay subbed to Manwa with Hari, or you'll miss the climax. Sujuin's cherry tomato business is booming. The capacity has increased, allowing him to fit hundreds more tomatoes. He's getting paid in tower coins, and at this rate, he'll become a mid-class merchant in no time. He's planning to invest in the chairman position. Sujuin walks towards the store alley, thinking about finishing his errand. His mind is racing with the possibilities. He can already imagine himself as the chairman. His hands are shaking with excitement.
Sejun looks at Sir Theo with a mix of excitement and nervousness. He's eager to learn from the merchant, but he's also worried that his skills might not be good enough. Sir Theo, on the other hand, seems amused by Sejun's enthusiasm. His eyes crinkle at the corners as he smiles. Sejun feels a surge of confidence as Sir Theo agrees to teach him. Sejun's hands relax, and his smile widens.
Ahaha, yes.
But what exactly does Sejun need to learn to become a skilled merchant? Will Sir Theo's teaching be enough, or will Sejun need to acquire more skills on his own? Sejun stands up, trying to hide his embarrassment. The merchant's eyes widen as a group of heavily armed guards closes in, their blades gleaming in the faint light of the tower's uppermost floor. Kong's frustration turns to desperation as she frantically replants her entire field, each passing moment a bitter reminder of her failed harvest and dwindling resources. The merchant's mysterious skills sparks a desperate bid for survival as Kong's precarious position is exposed, her allies now mere pawns in a deadly game of cat and mouse.
If you're enjoying this, subscribe to Manwa with Hari. New chapters drop every and Sijuan seems unsure.
Sales cat Theo's life hangs in the balance as the precious remaining time crucial for her survival ticks away, her desperation palpable in every fiber of her being. Theo's fragile connection to the world outside the tower is severed, leaving her with an aching sense of loss, the isolation threatening to consume her very soul. Quang's ominous warning, laced with foreboding, suggests that the bear cub's presence is not a blessing, but a harbinger of doom, leaving Theo vulnerable to the shadows lurking in the tower's depths.
Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now. Quang, I'm sorry too. Quang, let's be friends from now on. Sejuan's loyal furry friends are waiting anxiously as Theo's words hang in the air. The tension between them was so thick that one wrong move could have sparked a firestorm. Theo's eyes are welling up with tears as he stands before Sejuan, his words trembling. Sejuan's face is etched with a mixture of sadness and understanding. He knows that hurtful words can never be taken back, and the cost of friendship is sometimes walking away from pride. Sejuan's thinking about Eileen's dragon heart. What's the likelihood it's working? He hopes so, but there's still uncertainty.
Perhaps it's time to see.
He can't shake off the thought. His granddaughter's well-being is what matters most for him. He wishes she's eating well, but is that even possible? What's causing Sejuan's dragon heart to beat so strongly? Could it be related to his cherry tomatoes? He recalls how just a few small tomatoes can evoke a powerful taste now.
Han Haijong's world shatters as her rare disorder's resurgence is confirmed, rendering her medication ineffective, leaving her dependent on the mysterious portal to sustain her life. Her desperation and fear escalate as the prospect of losing her only lifeline in the tower becomes an all-consuming nightmare, threatening to upend the fragile stability she's fought so hard to build. As the portal teeters on the brink of collapse, Han Haijong's grip on reality begins to slip, trapped in a desperate game of survival where one wrong move could be her last.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update.
Appraise that straw hat first.
Now Sejuan is asked to seal the deal. How will he make this promise official? He needs to hold his pinky finger and make a solemn vow. The tower manager's words echo through the air, Aileen Furtani. What does this name reveal? A deeper connection between Sejuan and the tower? A higher level of respect? The tower manager's eyes gleam. Sejuan has taken this step, and the stakes are higher than ever. He feels a new sense of responsibility wash over him, and the consequences of failure become more dire. His hand extends, ready to seal the pact.
A promise made can never be broken.
Sejuan needs to learn more about the mysterious straw hat, but Theo is too busy to help. He's just been scolded by the tower manager. Theo's excitement about the artifact is starting to cloud his judgment. He's trying to read the description, but his hands keep shaking. His anxiety is making him irritable. He can't help but mutter to himself about how he's always getting shortchanged by the tower. Sejuan walks in looking concerned. Theo tries to compose himself, but he's clearly on edge. Sejuan asks if he's okay, but Theo just grunts.
Stop. You're wrong.
Theo looks up, his expression a mix of frustration and desperation.
Of course, you are. Please take good care of the baby rabbits.
Sejuan's warriors are ready to take on the Blue Moon. They're hungry for a challenge. He's made sure they're fed, but he knows the tower won't hold back. Sejuan checks his inventory twice, his hands moving quickly as he prepares for the unknown.
Quest accepted. Gold reward for clearing the tower's 99th floor. His warriors look at him with an air of expectation, but Sejuan remains calm, a hint of a smile on his face. He gives them a nod, and they charge forward, eager to start the quest.
They move as one, a well-oiled machine that Sejuan has honed himself.
The tower manager's eyes light up as she examines the appraised item, her voice filled with genuine admiration, a rare sight, as she praises the solo farmer's exceptional craftsmanship. Sejuan's heart aches as he's forced to deny his beloved Theo a simple comfort, his expression a stark contrast to the warmth in his words. leaving a deep emotional wound. The fate of Sejun's relationship with his nephew hangs precariously in the balance, as the weight of his secrets threatens to destroy the fragile bond between them, a danger looming just out of sight.
Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now. Sejun's gotta stay on his toes, and Theo's already showing signs of concern. Theo's pacing back and forth, eyes fixed on something outside the window. He's checking his gear, making sure everything's ready to go. What's got him spooked? He knows the Blue Moon event is coming, and with it, unknown dangers.
Systems online. Blue moon energy detected. Sejun can feel the anxiety rising. His loyal friends are counting on him. He can't let them down.
But Theo's not one to back down, no sir. He's got a resourceful streak a mile wide. He's thinking on his feet, sizing up the situation. He spots something outside the window. It's one of his furry friends, a sales cat, no less. Now, what's this little guy got to do with anything?
Sales cat Theo, what are you doing?
Sejun's eyes lock onto the Blue Moon's energy. He's been tracking it for a while now, and today feels different. The intensity is higher, and he wants to know why. He looks around, and that's when he sees them, several crops that are somehow benefiting from the Blue Moon's energy. He checks the Good Harvest skill, and sure enough, it's working in tandem with the Blue Moon's effects. This is getting interesting. His mind starts racing with possibilities. What if he could harness this energy?
Stop, Sejun. You're getting ahead of yourself.
The Blue Moon's energy is getting stronger, and Sejun's excitement turns to caution. Sejun stands frozen, unsure of what to do next. The tower manager's flustered expression tells him she's more concerned about his safety than usual. Sejun wants to know what's going on, what's happening with the Blue Moon. He asks Aileen directly, "Were you doing well last night?" Eileen's response is a reassuring tone, but Sejun's not convinced. "She's doing fine," she says, but Sejun can sense she's hiding something. The tower manager orders him to think about his safety more as a tower farmer. Sejun's mind is racing with questions. What's happening with the Blue Moon? What's going on in the tower?
Stop. You're wrong.
The tower manager thanks him for the harvest, but Sejun gets the feeling he's being kept in the dark about something. Sejun wants to harness the Blue Moon's energy to create a bountiful field like the tower manager said. But what's in his way? He wants to know if the Blue Moon event poses a threat, or if there's something more sinister going on. The tower manager mentions repaying him later, but Sejun worries about the consequences of the Blue Moon.
The tower manager accuses our solo farmer of breaking their promise. Their expression cold and unforgiving as they demand an explanation in the midst of the bountiful harvest. The emotional stakes have never been higher. Our solo farmer has lost the trust of the tower manager, a relationship that was crucial to their survival, now hanging precariously in the balance of their fate. The cliffhanger looms large as the tower manager's words hang in the air, a threat of abandonment and isolation hanging over our solo farmer's head like a guillotine, waiting to drop at any moment.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
This isn't good, is it? This oxen's food supply is dwindling. The oxen's dryness will impact their milk production, and that directly affects the quality of the Blue Moon corn father rabbit so desperately needs. Sejun's already anxious face turns to the oxen, a plan forming. Not good at all. This isn't good, is it? This oxen's food supply is dwindling. The oxen's dryness will impact their milk production, and that directly affects the quality of the Blue Moon corn father rabbit so desperately needs. Sejun's already anxious face turns to the oxen, a plan forming. Not good at all.
Sejun's Ox 3, is in trouble. He's not in the right territory and can't return. Sejun has to get Ox 3 back on track, but there's a major issue. Ox 3 isn't responding. Sejun takes a deep breath, trying to stay calm. His gaze falls on Ox 3's horn, and suddenly his face lights up with a realization. His eyes narrow, and he leans forward, hands moving with quick, deliberate actions. Sejun's searching for something, a vital clue to Ox 3's mysterious problem. Sejun takes a deep breath, trying to stay calm. His gaze falls on the low light around him. Sejun realizes that it's not just the light that's a problem, something is blocking it. His hands move with quick, deliberate actions as he searches for the source. Sejun focuses on finding the answer, his eyes scanning what's happening around him.
Stats maxed.
The tower's secret energy source is revealed, unleashing a catastrophic reaction that sweeps away our protagonist, leaving behind a trail of destruction and unanswered questions. Our protagonist's desperate cry echoes through the tower as they frantically search for a way to return. But the pain of being separated from their loved ones cuts deep, their heart aching with every passing moment. As the tower's power surges out of control, our protagonist finds themselves torn from the ground, suspended in mid-air, their face contorted in a mixture of fear and desperation, their fate hanging precariously in the balance.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update. My dragon heart's growth is halted, reversed to a catastrophic state of atrophy. I'm stuck in this tower with no clear way out. Every meal, every quest, is just a desperate attempt to survive. I glance at the cherry tomatoes. They're my only source of nourishment, but they won't last forever. I must find a way to grow new crops, fast. A faint smile creeps onto my face. Sejun, you can do this.
None.
I plant the tomato seeds, but what if they don't grow? What if I'm stuck in this tower forever? The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. Sejun takes the cheese and sprinkles it over the corn. Aileen looks on, a pleased expression on her face. Sejun feels a surge of excitement. This is what it means to be alive in this tower.
Who brought this? Sejun's eyes flick to Aileen, and her smile falters for a moment.
But Sejun's not thinking about that right now. He's too busy perfecting his dish. He picks up the Parmesan and sprinkles it over the corn, the smell of cheese and corn wafting through the air. Sejun reaches for the last seasoning and pours it over the corn. Eileen's eyes light up, and she takes another bite.
Perfect.
Sejun's thoughts are interrupted by Suha's offer to join the auction. He wants to see if there's any interest in the cherry tomatoes, but Suha seems more concerned with Jessica's departure. The obstacle is Suha's unexpected arrival and the potential loss of the cherry tomatoes' value. Sejun decides to stay and see off Jessica, his hand reaching for the tomatoes as if to protect them. The consequence of letting Suha have the cherry tomatoes will be losing his chance to escape. His jaw locks in a mix of determination and desperation. Sejun's heart is racing as he decides to follow the Silver Wolf tribe. He doesn't know what might happen, but he's determined to find out.
I must follow them.
His footsteps are swift and silent, his senses on high alert as he trails the Silver Wolf tribe through the winding corridors of the tower. Whatever secrets they're hiding, Sejun is determined to uncover them, no matter the cost.
The baby captain's prized cherry tomatoes are stolen, plunging them into chaos as the suspect is revealed in a shocking twist that shatters their trust. The emotional stakes reach a boiling point as the community reels from the betrayal, their relationships and trust hanging precariously in the balance, leaving hearts battered and bruised. Tensions simmer as the community remains shaken, and the thief's true motives remain unknown, fueling speculation and raising the stakes as the investigation unfolds in a treacherous web of secrets and lies.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter. Sejun's eyes widen as he gazes at the seed store's inventory. He wants to know how many varieties of seeds he can buy. His hands shake with anticipation, but he holds back. What blocks him is the overwhelming number of options. He can't choose just one. He thinks for a moment, then nods to himself. He's decided he needs to try them all. His hands move swiftly, grabbing countless packets of seeds. As he pays, he can't help but feel a surge of excitement.
You have spent gold. That's all the money I have. I hope this is worth it.
Sejuan's eyes widen as he gazes at the seed store's inventory. Sejuan looks around frantically, but there's only one way to find out. He needs to plant them all. What happens next is a whirlwind of activity as he sets up his farming operation. The ground outside the cave is transformed into a lush, green landscape, teeming with life. But at what cost? The area now requires constant care and attention. Stay subbed to Manwa with Hari, or you'll miss the climax. Park Sejuan's eyes light up as he gazes at the adorable creatures surrounding him. He checks his inventory, eager to take a picture of this moment, but remembers why he's here, to farm. Sejuan is at the border of the forest, his trusty Ox 3 by his side. He's not sure what to expect, but he's determined to find the source of the smell. Ox 3 is quiet, his ears perked up, as if listening to something. Sejuan follows his instincts, moving closer to the tree line. Suddenly, the air is filled with the scent of fresh grass.
This is it. This is the source.
But what's the purpose of this place? Why is it so special? Sejuan's eyes widen as he takes in the lush greenery before him. Ox 3 moves forward, his tail wagging excitedly. Sejuan is now standing in front of the cave entrance. He's preparing himself for what's inside. He's determined to face the challenges head-on.
The corn leaves that I laid over the field are all.
Sejuan's eyes widen in shock. He's not sure what's happening. He looks down at the field and sees that the corn leaves are gone. Sejuan decides to investigate further. He wants to know what happened to the corn leaves. He's concerned. The consequences of Sejuan's actions are already playing out. He's now facing a new challenge. He's not sure what to expect.
And now, the blue moon erupts in a blast of light as Eon's memories shatter, leaving her disoriented and vulnerable. Her grip on reality tenuous at best, amidst a sea of chaos and confusion. Eon's brutal loss of memories strips her of her identity, erasing her purpose, her relationships, and her sense of self, leaving her a fragile, broken soul on the cusp of collapse. The tower's secrets lurk just beyond the veil, whispering dark whispers in Eon's ear, taunting her with hints of an ancient catastrophe that threatens to consume her world, as the blue moon's true intentions remain shrouded in mystery.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter. Sejuan's crops are already dead, and it's not just the horned wretch that are the problem. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. I didn't hear anything last night, though. Kwang bursts into the scene. Sejuan's eyes lock onto him. Kwang's massive build blocks the exit.
Tuesday Devon. Kwang is not here to chat.
Bear Mom, the Eichelkim Sun giant, interrupts. Her deep voice echoes through the room. Sejuan is frozen. The stakes are higher than ever. Giant Bear Mom says the tit was probably the horned wretch doing. Sejuan's grip on his tools tightens. Horned wretch? This is troublesome. He doesn't want to fight, but is it the monster that made the pit during Blue Moon? This is troublesome. Sejuan's got a problem on his hands. The poison bee queen is about to hatch, and he's the first one to spot it. According to the system's explanation, whoever sees the queen first gets to claim it.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. Sejuan's thinking, what kind of flower does it like? He's planning to give it a treat when it emerges. His eyes are locked onto the queen's cocoon, waiting for the big moment.
But what if another poison bee queen emerges, and Sijuan's not the only one who gets the prize? Sijuan's got a problem on his hands. He wants to stop the poison bee queen from hatching. It's his prize.
Where's the hatched poison bee queen?
His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. His mind is racing and he's trying to stay calm. What's the consequence? His safety and health are at risk. Now Kwang orders another search party to look. What are the stakes? If Sijuan can't find the queen, it could lead to conflict with the horned wretch. His entire operation could be put at risk.
No sign of it, Captain.
Sijuan's eyes scan the market stall. He's got a goal. Make twice as much as last time. What's the true potential of these grade cherry tomatoes? Will they change his fate?
Stop. You're wrong.
The buyers come in waves, each one eager to get their hands on Sijuan's produce. He keeps a close eye on the coins as they change hands. It's tower coins for tower coins for. Now he's sold. He can't help but think about the possibilities. Become a veteran wandering merchant, and he won't need to hide his true occupation from Park Si-jun anymore. Sijuan's excitement is palpable as he looks at his loyal furry friends, eager for a picture.
The number of bees in the cave is rapidly increasing to about, threatening to overwhelm our solo farmer and plunge them into a desperate struggle for survival. Our solo farmer gains a deep sense of connection with nature, but at the cost of their fragile emotional balance, now precariously perched on the edge of a mental cliff. A mysterious, grade material suddenly appears, hinting at a massive reward, but only if our farmer dares to take a gamble on this enigmatic discovery, leaving their fate hanging precariously in the balance.
Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now.